Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be reviewing the new Jouer High Coverage Cream Foundation. Not only are we going to be reviewing it, I'm going to show you swatches of every single shade in the entire line. We are going to be doing a wear test where I will be doing check-ins every 3 hours for 12 whole hours. So you'll get to see how the foundation performs, up close shots, all up in my pores. I'm going to be giving you the lowdown on this foundation. And yeah, so anyways, really quick before we get started, if you're new to my channel, then welcome to my channel. Make sure before you leave, you do not forget to subscribe down below. That way you're notified for future videos from me. I do post 3 times a week. So I post on Sundays, Wednesdays, and mail hauls every single Monday. So yeah, I'm very excited to get started with this review. Let me know if you guys like me doing the reviews this way. I've never done a foundation review with check-ins, but I think it's gonna be fun. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so yesterday this beautiful box came in from Jouer, and brace yourself, I almost fainted. So not only did they actually send me the foundation, but they sent it in every single shade. So that way I will be able to try it out, show you guys kind of how it wears, and do a comparison of all the shades. They also sent over this brush. This is the Essential Precision Brush by Jouer, and I do believe this was made especially for this foundation. And then they also sent over a cream eyeliner. Here is what the other side of the box looks like. Let me just see if I can get it all in the photo. So here's kind of what the other side looks like. It has all the different shades. I am super excited that they sent that over. Thank you so much to Jouer. I just am blown away by that package. I cannot believe that they sent me all the shades. And because of that, I really wanted to, like I said, do a full wear test for you guys. Swatch all the shades so you could see a comparison. This is supposed to be a high coverage cream foundation, so we are going to put it to the test. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and jump into swatches of all the shades. Just a little tidbit about the foundation. The foundation is going to launch on the 17th. Normally they launch it on their website, which is jouercosmetics.com, and then they normally launch stuff on Beautylish. I love shopping at Beautylish because they have an easy pay option, and so I think it's if you spend $50 or more, then you can kind of break your payments down, which I think is so awesome. So I'll leave a link down below to wherever the foundation is going to be sold. It comes in 17 different shades and it retails for $38. It has hyaluronic acid, cucumber extract, it's lightweight, it has the airbrush finish, it's long wearing. So we're going to see all the claims today in this video. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the swatches, and then we will hop into the wear test, and then I'll give you guys my overall thoughts at the end. So let's go ahead and get started with the swatches. Okay, so this is the first shade. This is called Alabaster. It is the lightest shade in the entire collection, and it is described as a fair cool shade, and that is Alabaster. Okay guys, I turned down the lighting a little bit and tried to make the second swatch a little bit bigger. I'm still not the best at swatching, so just bear with me. This is the second shade, and this is called Pearl, and it is described as a fair warm shade. You can definitely tell this one has a little bit more warm tone in it. So that is Alabaster, and then that is Pearl, and these are the 2 lightest shades. Okay, the next shade is called Shell right here, and this is described as a light cool shade. You can definitely see this shade has a lot more pink than the other 2, and again, that shade is Shell, the 3rd lightest shade. The next shade is called Porcelain, and it is described as a light neutral. It has more of a yellow undertone. I mean, it's neutral, it's definitely not pink, but it does have just a little bit of yellow in there, I feel like. And again, that is the shade Porcelain. Okay, the very last shade right here in the light collection, or the fair light colors, is going to be the shade Sand. This is described as a light warm shade, and I do take this back. This is pretty neutral. This does have a little bit more just warm undertones in it. So again, we're starting from this side and going over. We have Alabaster, Pearl, Shell, Porcelain, and Sand. And I'll try to also hopefully insert some photos, that way you guys can see them like in a photo as well. Okay, so now we are moving on to the medium tan row. The first shade that we are going to be starting off with is the shade Almond, and this is described as a medium cool shade. This is a really pretty color as well. I really like this shade. And again, this is called Almond. Okay, the next shade is called Fawn, or Fawn, however you want to pronounce it. And this shade is described as a medium neutral shade. And again, that is called Fawn. Okay, the next shade is called Latte, and this is described as a medium warm shade. And again, that shade is Latte. Okay, this next shade is called Caramel or Caramel. I really think it's just a preference on however you want to say it. This is described as a tan warm shade with golden undertones. And again, that is called Caramel or Caramel. I say caramel, but I know a lot of people say caramel, so. Okay, so the next shade right here, this is called Macchiato, and this is described as a tan cool shade. So again, that is Macchiato. Okay, so the next shade is the shade Bronzed, and this is described as a tan neutral shade. And again, that is Bronzed. Okay, very last shade right here to the end is the shade Nutmeg. This is described as a tan warm shade. And these are all of the medium tan shades from this collection. So again, you have Almond, Fawn, Latte, Caramel, Macchiato, Bronzed, and Nutmeg. Okay, now we are moving on to the dark deep shades. So the first shade is the shade Cafe. This is described as a dark cool shade, and that is Cafe. Okay, the next shade is the shade Walnut, and this is described as a dark neutral. And again, that is Walnut. Okay, the next shade is the shade Cocoa, and this is described as a dark warm shade. And again, that is Cocoa. Okay, the next shade is called Carob, and it is a deep cool shade. And again, that is Carob. Okay, the very last shade is the color Espresso, and this is a deep neutral. And again, that is Espresso. So these are the deep dark shades. So you have Cafe, Walnut, Cocoa, Carob, and Espresso. And there are those. Hey guys, so obviously we were starting with a completely bare face. I'm like in my robe, just woke up. I'm headed to a Sephora event this morning. So I figured this would be such a good day to do a wear test of this foundation. I've never done like a wear test throughout the day with any foundation before. And I mean that by like on camera. So anyways, I'm going to start with the YSL Blur Primer. I believe this is what this is called. It's one of my favorite primers. Actually, and YSL sent it to me a little bit back. It has like a look like that, but anyways, I'm just gonna put this really quick on the face just to prime. I'm so excited about this foundation. Like, I haven't even had my coffee and I'm already super pumped this morning because I'm ready to try this out. Okay, I'm gonna go in with the shade Bronze. It looks like it might be a little bit lighter on me. There's that shade right there. I might have to mix in another shade, but we will start with this one. I did self tan last night. There's some dots. I didn't really pump, but like I think one pump on my hand. Okay, so here we go. I'm just gonna blend this out. This is the brush that they made for this foundation, and holy coverage. Oh my gosh. This is like so matte and so full cover. Like, oh my gosh. I don't even think my Estee Lauder gets me this matte. I don't want to put another dot, but I keep picking up too much. This foundation's very liquidy too. Did you see the little teeny tiny dot that I put on my face? Oh my gosh, this is crazy. I'm trying to like sculpt around my eyebrows. Hopefully I don't take my eyebrow off. There's with, I hardly put anything on. I like want to do another pump because I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure I only did like one pump. I mean, never in my life have I ever did my entire face with just one pump. Like normally I'm the pump queen and I do like a couple pumps. Oh my gosh, this is so crazy. Okay, I'm about to, yeah, that was one pump. Okay, let's do the other side. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe this. Oh, I think this is gonna be my new foundation. Let's pray that it lasts really, really good. I mean, I cannot believe this. Like, I am pretty oily. Like, I get pretty oily. And I don't even think I would need to set this. Holy cow. Oh, this has me like so excited. Okay, let me go ahead and put on some concealer really quick. I'm gonna mix in the ColourPop concealers. I'm probably about to look crazy going up in Sephora because I'm not gonna do any kind of eyes till I get home later and start filming. So whenever I do my check-ins, I'm gonna do check-ins, all official. Whenever I do those, I more than likely will have eyeshadow on and probably change. Obviously I'm gonna change. I'm not going to go to Sephora in my robe. Well, I could. Oh my gosh, this foundation. Oh, I love first impressions because then you can really get a sense of like my excitedness. Okay, I'm going to set my foundation with the Too Faced Born This Way. This is what I normally, oh, okay. Didn't realize that I had some on the top. I'm gonna go underneath my eyes and just set that. And I'm just gonna like go like this with kind of like the excess powder because honestly, like this doesn't really need to be set, I don't feel like. Like it's not even sticky and it's like dry as soon as you put it on. Oh, I'm so excited. Gotta get on the chin. Okay, all right, there's that. Whenever I want to see if a new foundation's really good, then I always use like my staple products. So I'm gonna go in with the By Terry palette. This was actually sent to me a while back through Octoly as well. I'm gonna bronze my face with this just because it's one of my like favorite go-to bronzers. I just think this is so beautiful as a color on the face. Yeah, again, anytime that I want to like really test something out, I always like to put my favorite products on. Normally when I'm trying to test out like powders, I like to put on my Estee Lauder. But y'all, I think this foundation might end up having to replace that. And then, ooh, blush. I'm gonna go in with, there's another By Terry palette that I actually grabbed. And we will go in with that blush. It's just like a really pretty baby pink. Oh my gosh, I'm totally going in with my bronzer. You can tell I've not had coffee. I just went in with my bronzer brush for my blush. It's okay. And then last but not least, we are going to highlight using the Ibiza highlighter by Kevyn Aucoin. Again, another really pretty product that isn't like too overpowering. And so I just wanted to have a really pretty highlight for today. My eyebrows have been looking a little janky lately, but that's okay. I don't think I even want to set this because I want to see how it wears. Should I set it? No, I'm not going to set it. Let me try to get all up close so you can see this. Really excited. I'm going to take my hair down. Try to get a little bit spiffy for the sale. So yeah, what I'm going to try to do is come back, sit down like every so many hours. This right now, the time is 9:28. Yeah, 9:28 a.m. Cannot believe I'm up and ready to go for the day. Need to fix my hair a little bit, but yeah, I'm very excited to see how this wears. So I'll check back in a couple hours. I'm excited about this wear test. All right. Hey guys, we are checking in for my first check-in time. It is 12:05, so the foundation has been on now for 3 hours. So actually I went to Sephora this morning and then I got back home at 11:15ish, and then I took like a 40-minute nap because I don't know, I'm exhausted. I filmed really late last night. But as far as the foundation, I mean, everything layered on top of it still looks really good. I'm still very, very matte. I don't see any like creasing on my face. So far, really good. No oily spots, and the foundation's holding up. The problem that I normally have when I wear foundations for like a really long time is honestly, I feel like my face like eats the foundation like on these sides. So right now that looks really nice. That part is still on. That's the part on me that wears off the fastest. Let me kind of like get close to the camera. So yeah, hopefully you guys can see. But so far, everything is very intact. So it looks really well. Well, good, whatever you want to say. I'm really liking the foundation so far. I am having really high hopes for this foundation. Okay, we are going to eat breakfast and kind of like be lazy for a little bit. I have to film later on, but yep, 12:07, so I'll probably check back in a couple hours. I know you guys keep seeing me and I have my hair up and I have it down, then I have it up. But I'm still hanging out around the house. Right now it is 3:13. So the foundation is holding up really well. A lot better than expected. Everything is still on right here, which I know I told you normally is like my problem area. My forehead still looks really good. The only wear down that I see right now, and I think it's because I didn't really put a lot of primer on this area, is my chin. Just right here where my lip kind of moves down. It just looks like it's settling into the fine line right there. But other than that, the sides of my nose and everything is still intact. So I'm really excited so far. I haven't started filming like the rest of my videos for the rest of the day, so I put the rest of my makeup on. But yeah, I'm like so impressed with this right now. I'm not getting oily at all. I mean, just with the lights you can kind of see shine, but it's not like a oily shine. Just right here a little bit is settling into a fine line. But other than that, like the problems I normally have with most foundations aren't happening here. So let me get a little closer to the camera for my second check-in. So we are going on 6 hours right now. I'm very, very excited about this foundation. So I'll check in another 3 hours, which will make a 9-hour wear time, and I'll see you guys then. Okay, so it's officially 5:28. I went ahead and put some makeup on as far as like my eyes, touched up my eyebrows, and put on lipstick. I have not touched my foundation whatsoever. It's still looking really good. I'm just trying to assess the situation. Let's see what we have going on. So as far as like anything wearing off, I mean, you can see like on my forehead, it's starting to settle in just a little bit on my fine lines, like right here, but very finely. It is breaking up a little bit at my nose, like in the corner. Not on this side, but definitely on this side. I don't know if you guys can see. I'll try to get close up. And then my chin's doing fine still. As far as my cheeks, like that's normally the problem I have. Like right here normally like completely fades away and it looks great. Turn this ring light down just a little bit. That way I can kind of get up and close into the camera. So as you can see right here, just in the corners where it's starting to fade. And then you can see my forehead wrinkles right here. That part's starting to settle a little bit, but I mean, we're almost on hour number 9, so I cannot believe I'm not like super oily. It's so hot in here in this house right now. So, okay you guys, so we are here at my final check-in. The time right now is 8:59, so we've had this foundation on now for 12 whole hours. I just want to say I'm shocked. Like in a good way. I don't know if you can see my face, but oh my gosh, like I have not even touched up. This foundation is a miracle. I mean, I'm being honest because you guys, I work like so many hours a lot of times during the week. Like sometimes I can work 8 to 8, 8 to 7. Like sometimes I stay really late and I'll come home. And like I said, this area will be gone and I will be oily, like gross. And a lot of times my like nose area kind of like goes away. And so it's just so crazy to me that the foundation looks this good 12 hours in. Like I've slept on my face, I've been on my pillow, I've ran errands, I've like sweated because I was like gross earlier when I was moving stuff around. I'm just amazed. I cannot believe how good this foundation is. So kind of spoiled it for you, but let me like hop up to the camera really quick and then we're gonna go over the pros and cons of the foundation. I'll give you my overall thoughts even though y'all probably already know. And then we'll end the review. I'm gonna turn this down a little bit, that way you can really see. So here is this side of the face. I mean, like I said, everything, let me grab the mirror. Everything looks really good. I mean, it has gotten like right here again. It's looking like a tad bit cakey around my nose area, but I mean, it's been on for 12 hours. But it hasn't like came off or faded at all. And honestly, like this is like nothing that's a big deal at all. My nose came off just a little bit in some areas, but there's still a lot of coverage on it. I cannot believe this foundation. If you haven't already clicked that buy button at the bottom of the screen, I don't even know what y'all are doing because this is like crazy to me. Okay, so let's talk about it. So the brush is $24. I definitely would recommend. It did apply the foundation really smooth. And then the foundation itself, so I know a lot of people were talking about the amount that you get in the actual foundation. So you get 0.68 fluid ounces and it's $38. A lot of people were saying, hey, that's so expensive because most foundations are a whole ounce or whatever. I would pay more than $38 for this foundation with how good it works. It's going to last you forever because I only did like 1 pump on my face. I cannot believe that. Like even when I use Estee Lauder, like I put a good amount on my face. Like I like full coverage foundations and I can't get away with 1 pump ever. Normally it's like at least 4. I'm just being real with you guys. I like really full coverage if I'm gonna go full coverage. I just cannot believe how intact this is. Like 12 whole hours. Please let me know down below if you've ever saw a wear test that still like held up this good after 12 hours because I would love to try that foundation as well. I'm just amazed by the coverage and by the fact that I'm not oily. I wish I could like insert a photo of me like after a normal long day. It is rough. So pros of this foundation. It is lightweight. It is full coverage. It is so matte. I don't even think I have a matte foundation that's this matte. Like, as soon as you put it on, you can tell it's matte. Like, I almost didn't have to set my face today. It blends really easy. You know, it dries down pretty fast, even though it's very liquidy at first when applied. It's beautiful. It makes the skin look airbrushed. I don't know how many pros I can list. Like, we'd be here for hours. The only con I would say is if you're really dry, I think you would hate this because it is so matte. And then the only other thing is it does come in a glass package. I love the luxurious look of the packaging, but then if you travel, what I do when I travel with glass packages, because a lot of my foundations that I love a lot are glass packages, I just like wrap up a washcloth around them when I travel. That way they don't break. But other than that, that's the only con I would say. I mean, I know it is like less than 1 fluid ounce, but you really don't even need 1 fluid ounce because a little bit goes a long way. I'm just honestly amazed by this. I could just sit here and talk about it for hours because I'm so excited. Like, as soon as I walked into Sephora this morning, I was telling the girls, I'm like, oh my gosh, this foundation I'm trying today, it's like so full coverage, and I just knew I was going to love it immediately. I'm just going to say hands down, I've tried probably, I don't know, maybe 50, 70 foundations. This is the best foundation I've ever tried. I like it that much. Just putting it out there. It is awesome. I cannot wait to wear this. I'm going to go ahead, put my shades at my vanity. That way I can wear it tomorrow to work because the fact that I'm not oily just blows me away. So I could ramble on for hours about this, how excited I am. If you've been looking at this foundation, do not think twice about it. Go ahead and pick it up. It is super awesome. I'm so happy with it. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this review, wear test. Let me know if you want to see more videos like this. And I love you. Thank you again so much to Jouer for sending over this package. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.